Shanti. Good morning. So, welcome all of you again to the Arya Murli English Reading Club. I'll just share the screen and we'll continue the Murli from where we had left yesterday. And before I do that, we'll just revise what we had spoken about yesterday in the Murli. It was all about a game of threes, which Baba says. And these threes are basically those things which become an obstacle in service. That's what Baba's saying. And also, three are attachment, tension, and weakness. All of them actually sound very similar. Baba has, he's given an elaborate this description of all of them in detail. And yesterday, Baba mentioned that to start with, he mentioned that we are the constant cooperative companions of Bab Dada in service, and how that we lose our zeal and enthusiasm on small things. And he asked us yesterday, we'll be playing the song that let it be congratulations, badhai, not vidai. Vidai means farewell. But give farewell to all these three things which become an obstacle in service. And he specifically spoke about these obstacles in a lot of detail yesterday. That you should not have such a stage now whereby Maya is coming to you. You should be able to decipher or discern right from a distance that Maya is coming, and then let Maya take Vidai immediately. So let Maya take Vidai, not you. Okay. So I'll just share the screen. We'll go further. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so I'll just read the last line that today Babdada is also going to tell you about three things that sometimes become an obstacle in service. So Babdada is especially drawing your attention to these three things once again, and by paying attention to these, you will automatically pass with honors. So, first, let there be no type of attachment to anything limited. Had se moh. To have attachment to the Father is something else, but let there not be any limited attachment, because attachment to Father is unlimited. He is Behad. Second, let there not be any type of tension with yourself or with others. And in that, let there be no attachment. So he's trying to say tension could be because of attachment, and tension can also lead to attachment, either ways. Instead of battling with Maya, let there not be any type of conflict with one another. So this is about interpersonal relationships, conflicts. And thirdly, let there not be any type of weak nature. He's elaborated quite a bit on all these. So attachment, tension, and weak nature. In fact, the word nature, which means in Hindi swabhav, is very good. Swabhav means feelings of the self. The self is said to be so elevated. There are elevated feelings, there are feelings of the self, there is soul consciousness. However, what you do, Baba says, you use the words bhav swabhav. We say that uska bhav swabhav match nahi hota hai, humse. So conflict of feelings and nature. Swabhav is nature, bhav is feelings. So that is a weak nature which from time to time becomes an obstacle to your flying stage. So Baba has actually started with the weak nature, which is actually the root cause of all these attachment and tension. In royal words, you say, my nature is like that. When your nature is elevated, it is like the Father's. If it becomes an obstacle, then it is a weak nature. So you know the meaning of all these three words. There are many types of tension, and the reasons for tension is the consciousness of I, me and mera. This is sort of, we say, the root cause of everything. I did this, I can do this, I alone will do this. So this consciousness of I creates tension. And this I is body consciousness. One thing is, I am an elevated soul. Another is, I am so and so. I am sensible. I am yogi. I am jnani. I am ahead in service. All those egoistic statements which take you towards body consciousness. Baba says this consciousness of I creates tension. And this is why, in some cases where there should be a fast speed in service, it becomes a slow speed. You continue to move, but you can't speed up. So the basis of speeding up is to help others move forward. Always to help them move forward is for you to move forward. You do understand what the consciousness of I is in service, don't you? It is this consciousness of I that ends the fast speed. Do you understand? So you will give away these three things, won't you? So first, elaborate about the weak nature, bhav, swabhav, and second is the tension which arises from the consciousness of I and mine. So will you give away or will you take them with you? These three things. This is called the fortune you have received through renunciation. So त्याग से भाग्य मिला है. Constantly eat by sharing with everyone and increase it. Eat what? The fortune. You have received this fortune of renunciation. The facilities of service are the fortune of renunciation. Means all the in Hindi we say seva ke jo sabhi sadhan hai. All the facilities which we need for service, we have got it, and that is our fortune of renunciation. That is tyag ka bhagya. However, if you keep this fortune limited by the consciousness of I, it won't increase. So make others cooperative as well and constantly share the fruit of the fortune of renunciation with them and move forward. So to keep churning, you can churn today on this that what is the fruit of the fortune of renunciation. I remember here Baba keeps saying that when people look at BKs, they say, oh wow, it's really a nice thing. You are doing a very good job. The knowledge is really very supreme, elevated. Yoga is fantastic. But the thing is, Behinji, it is not for us. It is too high. We really have to give up a lot. We have to renounce many things. So Baba says that is your weakness actually. Because when you meet people from you, sorry, excuse me, from you, the energy of fortune should be seen, bhagya, not the energy of renunciation. So if they are able to see only renunciation from my side and laud me for that, yes, oh, so much of renunciation you have done, we should not be happy. On the contrary, it should be that why are they able to see the renunciation from me? They should be able to see the fortune of renunciation. And therefore, in Hindi, these are beautiful rhyming words. Tyag ka bhagya. And then Baba so goes on to say the next step that whatever this tyag ka bhagya, uska phal, so the fruit of the fortune of renunciation, of my renunciation, should be able to see. And that way, then I'll make others as well cooperative. That's what we say that if someone is not becoming a Brahmin, that's okay. Let them at least become cooperative. So that's what Baba's trying to say here. So don't just say I, share it with others too. Share it with one another and work in harmony and continue to move forward. So these vibrations are visible in the midst of service now. So become very generous hearted in this. So Baba is saying that you can feel these vibrations of I. This is called the one who takes the initiative is Arjuna. That means in Hindi we say the one who takes the first step. Jo ote so Arjun. Do not look at one another. This one is also doing this. This happens all the time. Instead, let me become an instrument to see the specialities of others. What was Father Brahma's speciality? He always kept the children ahead. Children are cleverer than me. Children will do this. He had so much renunciation that he even renounced the fortune received through renunciation. Wow. So here it is one more level up. So initially Baba said the fruit of the fortune of your renunciation should be visible, and through that you make them cooperative companions. Oh, sorry, cooperative, not companions. That is, cooperative companions is for us the title. So Baba says, look at Father Brahma. He had so much renunciation that the fortune which he had received through renunciation should not be seen, right? That he even renounced. And this is a beautiful word I can say in Hindi, tyag ka bhi tyag karna. Hmm? The feeling inside that, oh, I have done renunciation also doesn't come. So renunciation of the renunciation is one, and renouncing renunciation of the fortune received through renunciation. Hope you're not getting confused with all these renunciation words. So now Baba is explaining. If anyone praised Brahma because of the love they received or the attainment they had, he would remind them of the Father. So he would become on the side. No, it's not me you're getting through, it is Baba, Baba, and Baba. You will not receive an inheritance from Brahma. So you mustn't keep a picture of Brahma as well. Do not consider him to be everything. This is called renouncing the fortune received through renunciation and just becoming engaged in service just fully. And this is what is called absolute unconditional service. Niswarth. Niswarth would be selfless service, that nothing, no, I am not doing. Baba Karan Karavanhar is doing, and let everyone receive those vibrations from me that it's not me, it's Baba, 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 and therefore let everyone be reminded of Baba. So by doing this, you become doubly great donors, Mahadani. Others should offer it to you. You yourself should not pull it towards you, which means about praise. If you praise yourself, if you pull it to yourself, what would you call that? Right? And myself doing service, the intention inside being, oh, that there should be some name and fame. I should be called on the stage. I should be appreciated. I should be felicitated, so on and so forth. So you have heard it in the Murlis, haven't you? Do not become like that. Never have a tug of war of pulling something towards yourself, which means um, making people feel influenced. In the sense, you're trying to attract them towards yourself, not towards Baba. You give a lecture, you give nice points to them, and then you make them connected to yourself, to your YouTube channel if you have one. You want to increase your subscribers. I say this very often that YouTube channels, every BK brother, sister wants to have, everyone wants to copy, for example, maybe say Sister Shivani, but no, her part is different, our part is different. So if I'm having a YouTube channel and I'm wanting to just put on that some or the other lectures, classes, and I say that, oh, it's for seva, but I have to check my intention, my bhav behind. What is it I'm doing that for? This is what is Baba saying. I'm pulling them towards me, not towards Baba. So never have a tug of war of pulling something towards yourself. And whatever you receive easily is elevated fortune. But to take something by pulling it to you is not called elevated fortune. So it's underlined here that that won't be an elevated fortune if I am just forcing myself to put something, for example, on the channel which I'm running and attracting people towards me. That is not Sresht Bhagya. Sresht Bhagya is something which comes very naturally and easily. Then there is no success in that. There would be greater effort and less success. It should be opposite. Kam kharch bala nashin. Here it becomes opposite. You put in so much effort, but no success. Why? Because there is mixturity. There is impurity in the content. Sorry, in the intent, not content. In the intent of my seva. I'm doing seva with a mixturity of feeling. I want my name, fame, and I want to pull people towards me. So, less success, greater effort because you don't receive everyone's blessings. And then whatever you receive easily is filled with everyone's blessings. So, do you understand? This was the third Jamaka Khata actually. the account of accumulation, which on Sunday Baba said that you receive blessings from each other. So increase your account of blessings, and the way to do that is by santushta, by being content yourself and having others also be contented with you. Then we move on to the third one. So Baba spoke about attachment and weak nature. So now Baba is moving on to again tension. Sorry, I think even this one was tension. Well, anyway, all these things are so interlinked. So, what is tension? Baba clarified attachment the other day. Yeah, so correct. So, other day means which means we just spoke about it before. Let there not be any type of weak nature. Do not think I am a resident of this land, and this is why my nature, my way of moving and living is like this. No, it is not that my nature is what it is because of the land, the religion, or the company. So it could be Desh, Dharam, and Sangh. So let not my nature be influenced by the place where I am from, like I am a South Indian, I am a North Indian, etc., etc. Religion, I am a Christian, I am a Hindu, so on. Or even the company, like I belong to this clan or so on. So Baba says, forget all that because that is affecting your nature. And you are becoming weak. That is actually a weakness in one way to identify yourself with these things. Which land do you belong to? You have been given that place just in name for service. Sorry, excuse me. No one is a foreigner, nor should even anyone has this intoxication that I am a resident of Bharat. All of you belong just to the one Father. So residents of Bharat are Brahmin souls, and the residents abroad are also Brahmin souls. So there is no difference, right? So this consciousness of being having superiority and inferiority complexes needs to dissolve. It is not that the people of Bharat are like this and the people abroad are like that. Here, there was a tug of war, which this Murli is of 85. So in those years, Baba used to hear a lot from the residents of abroad. The foreigner souls, the foreigner BKs, sometimes some of them were not able to gel well with the Indian culture. So Baba says, who's telling you all this is Indian culture? Remove all that from your heads. It's not Indian culture or foreign culture, it's Brahmin culture. And all of you are Brahmins, equal, and it doesn't mean if you are a resident of Bharat, you are something superior. Resident of foreign is something inferior. No. So he said it's all same. And never speak those words. All of you are Brahmin souls. Those places where you have gone are just for service. You were told why you have gone abroad, why you have taken birth there, and why you didn't take birth in Bharat. So you have gone there to open service places. Otherwise, the people of Bharat would have so many problems with visas. So Baba is really being so practical here that difficult to get visas, particularly nowadays with the current superpower USA. You know what is happening. I don't need to tell you all. So how would you go and serve the Americans then? They are not giving you visas to come to their country. So it's good that you are an American soul there, born there, but you are a Brahmin by birth. All of you live there easily. Service is taking place in so many countries. So you've gone abroad for service. However, you're all Brahmin souls. Therefore, none of you should let your nature be dependent on anything. The father's nature is the children's nature. So whatever is Baba's Swabhav is mine, or should be mine actually. What is the father's nature? His nature is constantly to have a benevolent attitude and merciful feelings for every soul. So benevolence and mercy, these are two very strong qualities which Baba mentions about himself. He's Rahim Ka Sagar and Vishwa Kalyankari. He's full of that. His nature is of uplifting everyone. It is a sweet nature, a nature of humility. So never say, my nature is like that. Where did mine come from? My nature. This my. That's why I said I and mine. Speaking harshly is my nature. Being forceful is my nature. This happens because of my nature. Baba says this is all mine. Some have a nature of arrogance, jealousy, or becoming forceful. Then some have a nature of being disheartened, dil shikast. Even though they may be good, they don't consider themselves to be good. You go in the comparison mode or competitive mode. Oh, I like that, he like that. No. They would always consider themselves to be weak. And they say, I cannot move forward, I cannot do this. So to have this nature of being even disheartened is also wrong. So don't have arrogance, but maintain your self-respect. So that type of nature is also called a weak nature. Therefore, pay attention to all these three things throughout the year. So he's told us many aspects of each of these three. What are those three? Attachment, tension, and weakness. So remain safe from all these three things. It is not difficult, is it? Your companion is the cooperative companion till the end. A companion has to be equal. And if there isn't equality in the companions cannot fulfill the responsibility of love. Okay? So you will pay attention to these three things. However, in order to constantly stay away from these three things, remember three other things. And now let's see what are those three things. Today, Baba is teaching you the lesson of threes. So constantly maintain a balance in your life. Let there be a balance in everything. The balance of remembrance and service. So yad or seva ka balance. So I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Baba is going on to tell us second is something else. So first is balance. In the balance, he's going on further to say how to counteract each of this vice. So self-respect finishes arrogance and therefore remain stable in your self-respect. And let all these things remain in your awareness. Not too entertaining, not too serious. So Baba says this in Hindi that if you're a yogi, you sometimes become very serious, that people don't approach you, oh, how to approach him. No, it should be a beautiful balance. In Hindi says Baba, Ramanikta and Gambhirta. So don't be so Gambhir and very serious that people don't approach you, and vice versa. Don't be so sort of entertaining, Ramanik in your nature, but at the same time have seriousness as well. So let there be a balance. Be entertaining when you have to be entertaining, and be serious when there is a need to be serious. So, first is balance. Second, always claim special blessings from the Father at Amrit Vela. Every day at Amrit Vela, Bap Dada opens his apron of blessings for you children. You can take as much as you want from that. So this is the second, blessings. So, this is a Baba is playing around with these three words: balance, blessings, and bliss. So balance, blessings, and thirdly, a blissful life. Beautiful, right? So in these just three words, everything the Murli can come down. That I need to imbibe these three: balance, blessings, and blissful life. So by having, so if I have these two blessings and sorry, balance, first is balance. That if I am able to strike a beautiful balance in whatever Baba said, yoga, service, entertaining, and being serious, etc., etc., then I'll receive automatically blessings from not only Baba but also from all the people around me, right? And when I receive blessings, then my life automatically becomes Anandamay, which means blissful life. So all these three are connected and in line. So by having these three things in your awareness, the three things you have to pay attention to will automatically end. Here it is again. So now we should not be churning about, oh, my weakness, my attachment to this and this, my weak nature. my tensions, this and that, which I have to take care. No. Baba says you have to. So again, if someone wants to get rid of anger, I'm giving another example. I should not tell myself, oh, I should not be angry. I have to give up anger. No. What is the opposite of anger? I have to practice peace. I am peace. My original nature is peace, etc. Automatically, anger will dissolve. So same thing Baba says you have to pay attention to not your weakness, attention and tension. Sorry, tension, whatever those attachment, but you have to pay attention to balance. And only I think one balance is enough. If your balance is good, automatically you earn blessings and your life becomes blissful. So do you understand? Acha, now listen to these. Sorry, now listen to the three other things. Oh, okay, he's telling us three other things as well. I'm just trying to see whether we can cover at today. Yeah, I think we should be because then tomorrow we'll go on to meeting with daddies. So you especially have to keep the aim and imbibe three other things. So you have to renounce those and the others have to be imbibed. You have let go of for all the time the things you have to let go of, haven't you? So you won't even need to remember them, but do keep them in your awareness, the three things that Baba has told you about. And especially also remember these to become an embodiment of dharana. So it is not just a point of knowledge, that knowledge is converted into dharana swarups. That is embodiment. So first he says reality in everything, nothing mixed. This is called reality. To be real in your thoughts, words, and everything. Because the Lord is pleased with an honest heart. What do they say this in Hindi? Sache dil pe sahab razi. And what is the sign of truth? The soul dances when there is truth. Those who are honest will always continue to dance in happiness. So one is reality. The next is royalty. I remember here Dadi Prakash Mani's day on Monday. They had circulated a video which I think some of you would have seen. Dadi used to say, I think she was addressing foreigners or someone. She was saying, Chalo, now let's come and drink tea. You like tea, don't you? So, and then she went on to say these three words royalty, reality, and honesty. And along with that, she said divinity, responsibility. These are the five values which she mentioned. So, here Baba is saying first about reality, second is royalty, whereby let your intellect not become subservient in trivial matters. The vision of royal children is never drawn to little things. If their vision is pulled, that is not called royal. If the intellect becomes subservient to little things, that is not called royalty. So, my attention should not be going towards trivial things in life. That means I'm not a royal soul then. So, those who are royal are always embodiments of attainment. So, always Prapti Swarup. Neither their vision nor their intellect is ever pulled anywhere. So, this is called spiritual royalty. It's not about royalty of clothes. I'm specifically saying that. Otherwise, someone will just go and wear hi-fi clothes and shoes and chappals and all that. No. So reality, royalty, and thirdly, another T is unity. So let unity be visible amongst you in every situation in your thoughts, words, and deeds. Brahman means one, not 100,000, but one. So this is called unity. Therefore, because of having many different stages, one becomes many. Whereas here, whilst there are many, you become one. So this is called unity. You mustn't look at others. I wish to be in unity, but this one isn't becoming united. No, that's a very wrong thought, Baba says. You just try to be cooperative with everyone, be in union with everyone. If you continue to remain in unity, others won't have a chance to become disunited. If one person raises his hand to clap and the other one doesn't give his hand, there won't be any sound. In Hindi, we say that tali ek haath se nahi bajti hai, which means if something has happened um, as a mishap, something wrong has happened. It's not because of one person. It is, in English, we say it takes two to tango, right? That's the expression they say. So, therefore, let me just take the initiative. Let me only be the first one to show unity. Automatically, other will start cooperating with me. So if someone is doing anything that brings disunity, you still just maintain your unity. Here we become sort of, we lose because we say, oh, I have done so much. They're still not sort of cooperating with me. They are still dash, dash, dash. So that is a limiting thought. You keep doing, you keep doing. You don't have to think that I am the one who's doing always. Yes, you are the one. I remember Dadi Janki says that here always, that sister used to say in Hindi, Dadi kitna sahin karoon, kitna sahin karoon. Dadi said, Shahenshah kisko banna hai, tumko ya usko? Which means you have to become a king, an emperor. So if you want to become a subject, just keep doing whatever you want. If you want to become a king, you have to have the power of tolerance. So I have to keep doing. If someone is doing anything that brings disunity, you should just maintain your unity. Then those who have disunity will not be able to carry out the task of disunity. They will have to come into that unity because unity is a virtue, it's a power, whilst disunity is a negative thing, and positive always wins over negative. Therefore, remember these three things. What are those three? Reality, royalty, and unity. All these three things will constantly cooperate with you in your becoming equal to the Father. So, do you understand? So, today you have learned the lesson of threes. The Father is proud of you, children. No other father can have such worthy and yogi children. You are worthy and you are also yogi, and each one of you is multi-million times fortunate. No one throughout the whole cycle could have so many such children. So why has Bap Dada especially kept the time of Amrit Vela for your Brahmin children? Because at that time, Bap Dada especially brings the speciality, the service, and virtues of every child in front of him. So beautiful. So at Amrit Vela, Baba invokes us in front of him. He gets us and he brings out our speciality, our service, what we have done, and the virtues of each one of us in front of him. And what does he do? He makes beautiful. He makes the speciality, virtues, and service of every child imperishable by giving them a special blessing. So he makes every attainment or achievement of ours avinashi, internal, imperishable. And that's what imperishable Baba can do. No one else can do. And he gives us a special blessing, Vishesh Vardhan. And that is why this time is especially kept for you children, the Amrit Vela. That's the special sustenance of Amrit Vela. So Babdada gives you, each one of you, the sustenance of the blessing of love and cooperation, Sneha and Sahyog. So do you understand what he does and what you do? Shiv Baba is the bestower of happiness and the bestower of peace. And this is what you say, isn't it? And the Father gives you sustenance. So just as parents get their children ready in the morning, they freshen them up and say, now go and eat, drink and study all day long. So too Bab Dada also gives this sustenance as Amrit Vela, that is, he fills you with the power for the whole day. Such a beautiful way to compare. He is our eternal parent. He fills us up at that early morning hours, and we have to use that power the whole day. So this is the time for special sustenance, and this is the time for extra blessings and sustenance. The apron of blessings opens at Amrit Vela. Any of you can take as many blessings as you want with an honest heart, but not with selfish motives. That's the condition. Your term and condition is Sache Dil Pe Sahab Razi, not with some selfish motives inside. When it is with selfish motives, you would say, give me this. What does Bab Dada do when you ask with selfish motives? He gives you just that much power to fulfill your intentions. So fantastic. Whatever you have, Baba will give you, and that's it. He won't give you everlasting. So you wanted this? You're getting that much, each to his own. However, as soon as your intention is filled, everything is finished because Niswarth Bhav, the selfless intention wasn't there. But if I sit with a selfless intention at Amrit Vela, he'll just fill me so much that I start overflowing. So then also Baba says, nevertheless, you are his children, and so he will not say no. Whatever you want, you will get it. But then it won't accumulate in the account. I have just used that up right now. It won't be accumulated for the future. Okay. So therefore, lastly, constantly continue to be sustained with blessings. That's what he started with as well. The balance, which gives me blessings, and then which becomes a blissful life for me. So continue to move along, continue to fly, and for this, to the extent that you make your Amrit Vela powerful, to that extent, the whole day will also be easy. Do you understand? Acha, Om Shanti. So let's just stop here. Stop sharing the screen again. We'll take a minute in silence and start your sharing. And start sharing.
Om Shanti. So, Baba talked about the three things to renounce attachment, tension, and any weak nature. So, when it comes to attachment, Baba says, not to anything limited, only, loving attachment to the Father is allowed. Tension is actually, sometimes it's caused by ego and consciousness of I. I did that and I did this and I am head and all that comes. So this shows, this slow down the service and all. And when it comes to weak nature, right, my nature is like this. I am like that. My anger, arrogance, jealousy, all that comes in that weak nature. So the father's nature should become my nature, children's nature. So that is where um, I become humble and I become merciful, and I have that benevolent feeling as Baba, and therefore I look forward to uplift everyone. So this is the takeaway for me from this Murli. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Manoj Bhai. What a farewell badai he gives. We thought he's going to stop with sugar pieces, almonds, and cashew, elaichi. But he continues to say, now as I'm going to give you a lesson. And it was a very big lesson. It's not just lagav, like in Hindi it rhymes lagav, tanav, and swabhav, kamzor swabhav. So, as was already, what is all this three has been explained. But I like this fortune of renunciation. not to pull anything towards yourself. That is, when anything is received easily, we generally pull it to ourselves. To take something by pulling it to you is not called elevated fortune. Whatever you receive easily is elevated fortune. But if suppose we take something by pulling it towards us, that is not elevated fortune. So I was thinking about the fortune of renunciation. And Bhaktada very clearly also explains this by comparing it with Brahma Baba's uh, thing of renunciation, how he renounced the fortune received through renunciation and again became engaged in doing service. I think that paragraph, the whole thing about the fortune of renunciation, is what I would like to first dwell on, because this is where Baba gave us, spoke us of these three, and then told us how to renounce this three. And then he also, of course, clarified something more on what I call this tension as kincha tan. The body, when it is stretched, becomes stressed. That's what he had explained. And the other churning is about taking the three T's. But I would like to churn more on this fortune of renunciation. What do I get by renouncing these three? Om Shanti.
Okay, so thank you for your sharings. And if time is up, we'll just be in the meditative mode. As I said yesterday, there's this beautiful song which we have about Bidai and Vadhai. So I'll just play that and we'll be in the meditative mode with that. Thanks.
चले हैं फरिश्ते इतिहास रचने, युग को बदलने, जग को बदलने। चले हैं फरिश्ते इतिहास रचने, युग को बदलने, ये जग को बदलने। सभी की दुआएं, सभी की मुबारक, रतन जा रहे प्रभु को प्रत्यक्ष करने। चले हैं फरिश्ते वरदानी हाथों की है छत्र छाया, सदा साथ बाबा है बनकर के साया। वरदानी हाथों की है छत्र छाया, सदा साथ बाबा है बनकर के साया। विजय का तिलक भाल पर अपने लेके चले पीर हरने, शक्ति को भरने। चले हैं फरिश्ते बाबा ही बाबा की महिमा सुनाना, मिला जो खजाना वो सब में लुटाना। बाबा ही बाबा की महिमा सुनाना, मिला जो खजाना वो सब चलने सभी की दुआएं सभी की मुबारक रतन जा रहे प्रभु को प्रत्यक्ष करने चले हैं फरिश्ते चले हैं फरिश्ते चले हैं फरिश्ते
Shanti, thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, you all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.